Hey everyone, Richard Payne here from Halifax Homes and Lifestyles at Keller Realty, talking today with a little bit of a theme about inspections and new construction, because we are here in a lovely new construction house, and the question was brought up by my buyer, which was, do I need to have home inspection? So let's address that right now. Do you need to have an inspection on a brand new house? Now, we know that inspections are going to cost us something like about, let's say, including HST, $500. It's a brand new home, like we're in here, and we've just had the inspection done on this one. Because my client is actually buying and they live in Ontario. They know that this is a new build, so they know about their homeowner's warranty and all that kind of stuff. But they asked me the question, and I kind of pushed it back to them a little bit and said, well, do you feel comfortable with the house and the builder and the process? Because it's already built, like this is done. It's not as if we're building from scratch. We were buying basically. And he said, you know what? I just feel a lot more comfortable having somebody who's independent from the builder come in and actually check the place out and let me know what he thinks from his point of view, having seen so many different homes. So that was his personal opinion. Now, another reason that we've actually had, and it wouldn't apply to this one because we're on a city lot, so we've got city services, septic and water, so we don't really need to worry about septic fields and drilled wells. But one of the key things that we do know is the stuff that you can't see. So when you look at a house that's on a septic field or a drilled well, you can't actually see inside that septic field. Yes, you've got the sign off from the engineer and the plans, and you can see where the tanks are outside and all that kind of stuff. But some of the things you can't see is the pipe work that's leading from the house to the actual tank. Now, you can get something called a sag in the pipe, which goes from the house to the tank. And more we're actually finding this to be one of the common problems with septic fields and septic systems, is that from the house to the tank is actually a sag in that pipe, which means water's going in there, but it's going to stay there, it's going to stagnate, it's potentially going to clog up the pipe like your arteries and actually make that pipe restricted. So that can be found out by obviously doing an inspection on the home, and you will see as you go from the house to the tank, you'll see underwater as it sags. And guess whose problem that is? The builders, aka the seller. As it always is with most inspections, anything on a septic field, chances are we're going back to the seller to actually do that. So that's another reason why you'd want that done. Now, interestingly enough, here we're not in a big place. It's not like 6,000 square feet or anything. But the interesting point here is that the home inspector looked at the panel and said, interesting, electric heat, and we're only on a 100 amp panel. The question has been brought up, shouldn't it be at least a 125 amp panel? Because the electric circuit for the heating is going to draw a certain amperage when it turns on. So is the stove, so is the dryer, so is the dishwasher, so is the fridge freezer. And we could probably hit 100 amps on a draw when things get turned on pretty quickly. So that's one of the things that's come up here is like, question mark, should it be 125 amps, not 100 amp? So that's the reason, even if it's a new build, you might want to look at having a home inspection just to cover yourself, because this one's only what are we at, $240,000 I think it is for this little condo in Fisherman's Village, but like he just paid $485, but potentially like that is a $1,000 upgrade. So you look at that, same thing with the septic. One of those sagging the pipes can be anywhere from $500 to maybe even $1,000. So it's well worth having that inspection done, because you just don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you can't see behind the walls. So that's one of the reasons I would think would be a fairly good system, a fairly good choice to make when you're looking at buying a brand new house that is fully constructed and you've not been involved in that build process. So you haven't seen the house at all. You don't know what's behind the walls. And there you go. That's one of those reasons. So that's one of the reasons that you would have a house inspection done on a brand new construction house. Any questions? Details are coming right up. Give us a shout and let me know how we can help.